what readily comes to mind is the 2010 FIFA World Cup.
That's right.
I was then presenting for Metro TV. So Metro by then, Mr. Talal Fatal, wherever you are, thanks to you.
Salute, boss.
Yeah, so we went there as a team, and then so we were the official. So back in the day, if you remember, there was official TV station that was following the Black Stars everywhere they go. So through the qualifiers.
You even recorded songs for them.
You know? You remember?
I remember.
Yeah, so the competition proper, and this was the first time that the World Cup was being hosted on the African continent. It was fantastic. Apart from the cold, because the World Cup has never been held in winter.
That's right.
But then it was fantastic. The atmosphere, the people, and the fact that you get to work with all sorts of professionals from all over the world. There was this cameraman that I met, and he was about 60-something years even then, by then, and he had been to so many World Cups, and it was so interesting. Germany, I think it was from Deutsche Welle or one of these TV stations, and it was great to share experiences with him. And you know, we did very well. Ghana did very well in that World Cup. I mean, we went to, had it not been for Suarez.
Yeah, Suarez. Still, we no forgive him.
Oh, no forgive him.
As a nation, we no forgive him.
So it was good, not just for the players, but for those of us who were following the team.
That's right.
I remember I was in the tunnel waiting to conduct interviews. I was even there, placed there even before Suarez was sent off. And you could feel the whole of Africa, even all the people, HBS and other people working there, rooting for Ghana. You know, interviewing the players, coming up close and personal. So till today, I'm still on very good terms with a lot of the players. And that was my highest moment. Of course, we've done a couple of AFCONs, but the World Cup was really
2010.
Yeah, 2010 was great, fantastic.
Your honest take on the current Black Stars and the state of Ghana football right now. I know it's an area a lot of you don't want to go because Charlie, a lot of emotions to play here. But your honest take. This is digging into your heart.
On the current Black Stars and the state of football.
Yeah, the two.
I mean, let me do a little bit of state of football currently before I move on. I mean, when you talk about football, football has retrogressed. I mean, let's call it speed a speed. I mean, when I was growing up, local football was it. I mean, there are a lot of reasons why football has dipped in terms of performance, its appeal and all that. I mean, back in the day, professionalism wasn't really that big. If you ask me the lineup of, I'll probably get about 80% right, of the lineup of Accra Hearts of Oak, playing Hafia, was it Hafia? Yes, Hafia Club of Guinea. And back then it was Clubs Championships.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the modern version is the Champions
League. But this was within Africa.
Yes. I can remember we played here at the Accra Sports Stadium. I remember even then President Rawlings even landed there in the helicopter and all that. If he asked me the lineup of that team, this is 1979, I probably would get about 80% correct. Wow. I mean, this is just to tell you that there was a lot of interest, there was a lot of fun, quality was high, everything was that good. But then, down the years, things have retrogressed. I mean, you and I know, facilities scrap, we me maintaining, you know, playing pitches. And then, of course, other factors have come in. Economically, things are not that great. And so clubs are not able to pay their players as well as they should. And so the very best of our talents leave the shores even before they're fully developed. And they'll go to any league, anywhere, just to survive. And you can't blame them. They've got to survive. This is bread and butter issue, you understand? And so we have lost out in that bit. And then the competition with the foreign leagues. I mean, when TV took over, you're talking about La Liga, you're talking about the Premier League, Bundesliga. I mean, how can you compete against products like that, especially when yours is not the best of things, it's done to really help you? I mean, across Boston, you can't even take your family there. Washrooms are not in good condition. And it's awful. So then people would prefer to watch
the foreign
leagues. And of course, the issue of betting and things, which came on later on, has also taken the interest of people out. So it's a multifaceted thing. So the interest gradually shifted there. And to compete with these people, we've got to have a good product. We don't have good stadium, we don't have nice playing pitches, the players are not well developed in the league. So small talents, kakra, when they come up, no, they just go. So now,
The politics.
where are the players?
And even the politics.
Back in the day, I mean, like I'm saying, you could mention players. And even down to the 80s and even to the early 90s. Shamokwe, Joe Debra, this and that. So these were the attractive points. But we've moved gradually away from that. So all sorts of things have actually contributed into making football popular. Then let me quickly talk about the Black Stars.
Yeah.
We went on a high. I mean, back we had great guys for so many years, even with the likes of Tony Yeboah, Bedi Pele, and all those guys. We're not able to qualify for the World Cup. But we had great players, and they were doing very well all over. Then we came through the phase and got to where we had the Stephen Appiahs, Michael Katahene, and all that. One thing that helped us was, you know, how do you call it? The grassroots football.
Yeah.
You know, the Colts and all that. It helped to build up our players. Of course, the culture and the tradition of the academies also came in, which also helped build our players. But I think we did not nurture it very well. Now, if you look at the quality of the likes of Suleiman Tari, Michael Katahene, Stephen Appiah, and all that, these guys knew themselves. They played together. Some of them played together in schools.
Grew up together in the trade.
Played at Colts. And so they knew themselves. They played through the different levels, under 17, under 20, Meteors, Black Stars, and all that. So by the time they got to the Black Stars, they knew themselves. And no matter how far and how long they play away from each other, just call them. In a matter of the chemistry and thing was there. So it was easy. And that is why you realize that, of course, we wouldn't forget about our, God rest his soul, Ben Kofi, who did his special project and unearthed a lot of these talents. So we had a conveyor belt that brought these guys together who also knew themselves. So for a very long time, we had this set of players, but we did not work on going back to producing these guys and running them through the conveyor belt to replace them. And believe it or not, every country goes through that. Brazil, Germany. Germany goes through, Germany is a classic example. Early 2000s through to 2010 and through 2014, we saw how they rose, dipped, and then became better again. If you don't work to replace them, you'd always have a problem. Wow. And so that is a problem we have now. This thing where we just have what people would term as Frefrekobo would be very difficult for us to get a winsome side, even though a lot of countries are doing that. A lot of them with a deliberate focus and attempt to churn out players through the academies and things that are helping them, like Senegal, for example, stand a better chance than us, than just calling out players who don't have any connection or roots to their country.
Come them for a few days and you expect magic.
Some of them haven't been here before. It takes a while to adjust.
Some don't even speak your language.
So it's tough. And you see, you can't blame them. Neither can you blame the technical team, because, you know, it's a different dispensation, different. Otuado has a lot on his hands, and it will take time to get these guys to gel. Classic case in point, why do you have Inaki Williams doing so well out there in Spain? When he gets here, he doesn't perform as he should. You know, so many factors.
Wow.
And so it's a tough one, and we would really struggle to get it right until we go to the foundation and just look at the blueprint of how we used to do it in the past. We would struggle.
My final question on the Black Stars before we get into some other fun things. Yeah, I know right now, if you talk Black Stars, somebody go feel switch off TV.
I know, right?
Hey, where the passion go? What is happening?
I didn't even want to talk about
it.
I
know, right? Now, Ghanaians are like, chale. Those, I mean, we had things we didn't play with. Our Black Stars, our religion, to some extent politics then. Right now, politics can't find a way into this thing we love. Because, chale, Black Stars game used to be those opportunities where no matter the party color, we would all wear one color, which is the national flag. Cheer them on because we believed in one Ghana, one agenda. Right now, Charlie, people even the credit Black Stars win to a certain political party in power. Wow. Anyways, our chances at the World Cup. That'll be my final question on anything Black Stars in the national team.
I mean, well, before the World Cup, it's the AFCON. And for both of them, we would have to qualify. So let's qualify first.
All right.